Hi, this is lesson 2 on percentages. Let's review. So, percent has to do with 100 equal parts. Just gooching this up so we can be closer. Okay, so you have 100 equal parts, and a percentage or a part of that whole 100 is being used or not used and being filled up or unfilled, and you're trying to figure out what percentage that is. So that's what lesson 1 was about. Lesson 2, so we're going to try to express percentage as a fraction in its simplest form, where we talked about percentages can be the same as fractions and decimals. They are the same, it's just how you want to use them. That's different. You can use 40% as a decimal if you need to use it as a decimal. You can use it as a fraction. Depends on what you want to do. Okay, so we're going to express this fraction as, this percentage as a fraction. It's late. So 40% of the flowers in my diagram are roses. Roses. What fraction are roses? Now, first I want to say, if 40% of my whole 100, if 40% are roses, and let's say my other flowers are daisies, then what percent would be daisies? So first you would say, well, 100 minus 40 would give you 60. So you have 40% roses, 60% daisies. That's neither here nor there, but I want you to be thinking about that whole 100 all the time. So here we have 40% are roses. Now, how do I write 40% as a fraction? And we talked about this the last time we were together. So 40%, 40 out of 100 would be written as 40 over 100. There's our fraction. So you can see that a little bit better. There we go. All right, so 40 over 100 is our fraction. I can do this a couple of ways. I can say 20. We'll go into both of these. 20 goes into 40 twice. 20 goes into 100 5 times. So I'm left with, I'm dividing by 20 here, in case you're wondering, I'm left with 2/5. That's my simplest form, and I did that very quickly. I know sometimes it takes you guys a little bit longer because you maybe broke it down into 4 and 10, and then that was 2/5. Let's try a couple more just so we know what we're doing. Let's say we wanted 80%. So we would write 80% is 80 over 100. Once again, we can cross out zeros if we'd like, and then think what will go into 8 and 10. Well, I believe it's 2, sir. 2 into 8 is 4. 2 into 10 is 5. So there's 4/5. If you do this long enough, you will figure out what some of the fractions are for certain percentages, just because you'll have done them so long, so many times. Let's see, we could do 25%. 25 over 100. Well, 25 will go into 100. So 25 into 25 is 1. And 25 into 100 is 4. So that's 1/4. 75%. That's going to be 75 over 100. And 25 will go into both of those. 25 will go into 75 3 times. 25 will go into 100 4 times. And I could do this forever. But you want to go as far as you can. Don't leave your fraction where it can still be reduced. Okay. Let's do a couple more. 5%. 5 will go into 5 one time. 5 will go into 120 times. So that's 5%. See, 8%. I'm thinking 4 will go into both of those. 4 will go into 8 twice. 4 will go into 125 times. So that is how you do percentages as a fraction in the simplest form. And I'm going to stop there because you can do workbook exercise 17 with just what we've talked about now. And then I will go on to lesson 3 so you can do the other workbook pages. But for now, ta-ta.